I'm Jamie Lewis. You also might know me as Producer Jamie. And in this video, I'm going to lay out the exact blueprint of how my Beats website did literally millions of dollars, and I did it independently without partners or a label. I'm going to spill the entire enchilada. This video has been in demand for years. So I promised you all that I would do it someday and I would leak these trade secrets, and I'd do it for America. Sounds like a giant lawnmower. What you're going to do is create a Beats vending machine or an ATM. You feel me? It's like one of those claw game machines in the mall, right? Or one of those mechanical ponies outside of the supermarket that take quarters. But singers, rappers, DJs, and also people who can't sleep will pump money into it in exchange for instrumental music or beats. See, for years, beat makers have come to me asking for help, and I try my best to help, right? But a lot of the time, it's always, your site doesn't convert. It looks nice, but it doesn't convert visitors into customers. Mine converts. In fact, if you send 5 rappers to my site, 1 will buy. That's 20%. So when someone buys, there's a special offer for $300 on the back end. That converts at 35%.
1 to 3 is buying it. 35%. Ha ha. 35%. What?
This is where I want to illustrate things for you. So I'll tell you what, let's hit my studio upstairs. Let's go. All right, guys, so check this out.
We bring the bashment till we die. Original, make the music right.
So this is the old way of doing things, right? This would be your site where you're selling each beat for $50, right? But the problem is your customer, your buyer here, excuse the rough illustration, but he's basically like a rapper or a singer or someone who's watches American Idol, wants to get on American Idol, wants a demo tape, right? Needs instrumental music, right? What's going on in this buyer's mind is when he comes to the site, he likes what he hears in this beat, but he's saying to himself, do I like that beat enough to part with $50? And the answer is no. He doesn't like that beat enough. Oh, I'm just gonna keep searching and maybe I'll find something for free. I'll go on Reddit and I'll find some beats for free. So that's why this is not optimal. I see a million people doing it the old way nowadays. So here is the new way. I was explaining a little bit of this, but for those people who need it visualized or whatnot, this is why it works so well, is you have that same buyer, the person who needs beats, he needs instrumental beats for one reason or another, either the demo tapes or needs to fall asleep or for some other reason, the ultimate beat blueprint. So you have your front end. This is like the site where people, they visit for the first time. It's like your home page. And there's buttons up here, and then there's a banner here that says, hey, download 1,000 beats. Then there's a table, all right? And in this table, it has all the genres of beats. So people click on that, and depending on which genre of beat they clicked on, it goes to a dedicated page where it says, congrats! For instance, if you click on Dirty South, it'll go to the Dirty South results page. So in the Dirty South results page, it has 2 previews of Dirty South beats, and then has a whole bunch of other examples, but you can't listen to them. That's very, very important. It illustrates to people so they can visualize that we're not playing around. We've got dozens and dozens and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of beats. Smokes the competition. That same singer or rapper who wanted to buy a beat for, he liked what he heard, but it was $50. For $50, he gets all of these? That's why it's like the McDonald's of beats. So it's number one, the value that buyers love, and then the teasers, the way that they're set up. And then there's a few other details actually, but we'll get into in a little bit. So at that point, they go through it, they're like, oh, I like what I hear. And when they click on these beats that are not available, and also there's links that say download, that's important. When you click on download, it goes to a sales page. That sales page is very similar to what is below this, all right? And then ultimately goes to the checkout. This model is so amazing. As I was explaining, it's like a vending machine. It just sits there on the internet. You do absolutely nothing. It's so ethical. It's so awesome. People love it. Your buyers love it. They're like, they send you emails. They're like, thank you. You don't need to do what I'm doing here, like teaching and, you know what I mean? Like being a guru and all that shit. You just straight up have an autopilot machine on the internet that just pumps money into your accounts. So I used to use ClickBank, but now I use Explodely. And you'll notice that Beat Mogul uses Explodely as well because it's so top-notch, cutting edge. ClickBank's gotten really corporate, you know what I mean? So that's why I recommend Explodely. So that's pretty much why you use a marketplace like that. You know, you got your affiliates here, and then you've got Google, where people really start their searches for this type of stuff, like where your buyers are gonna usually, a lot of the time, go to Google or YouTube and they'll do a search for something. But you also have affiliates that have blogs. For instance, World Star is a great place to get sales. Clothing, hip hop clothing sites are a great place to get sales. But that's why this works so much. The most important part about this instruction right here is what I was telling you about the old model. It's not valuable to people. This, it's like, oh my God, look at the value in this. Then you get that insane conversion. It's like we see 1 out of 5 people purchasing.